Welcome to Life Lessons with Dennis Antenor Jr. Meron po tayong guest ngayon, very interesting. Kami po yung nagchichismisan na before the taping. Ang topic po natin ngayon ay yung kanyang mismong trabaho at saka paano siya nakakatulong sa mga Pilipino ngayon. Magugulat po kayo dahil ang tawag po sa kanya ay Master Practitioner.
Yes, sir.
Oo. Welcome po natin sa Life Lessons si Miss Jem Zabala. Miss Jem, magandang araw.
Magandang araw, sir. Kamusta po?
Okay naman. So far, so good, Miss Jem.
Good.
Diretso na ako kasi wala tayong masyadong oras, Miss Jem.
Sure. Game.
Master Practitioner ba ay yun din ba yung tinatawag na transformational coach? Ano po yun?
I would say yes and no. Not yet, no? Master Practitioner is my level in our organization.
Okay.
It's an international organization
wherein
I'm a Master Practitioner for Life Orientations. So, meaning to say, nung 2004, nag-aral po ako sa Amerika tungkol sa Life Orientations. And when I studied there, what happened was like, syempre 2004 pa yun. Guess what? That was March. 20 years na sa Pilipinas.
Wow.
Oh, kaya nagsi-celebrate kami. This really
Wow.
very exciting to share to our audience, no? So, needless to say na hindi ka dapat kasi stagnant dun sa ginagawa mo. So, what we're doing, aral pa ng aral, and then nag-aaral ka, and then you are actually sharing all this information to your clients. Nagiging kang professional, mas professional dun sa practice mo.
Okay.
So, once you
So,
get...
what do you study talaga, ma'am?
Behavior po ng tao.
Behavior
sir.
ng
Yes,
tao.
sir.
Okay.
So, pag nag-aral kami ng behavior ng tao, what we do is like, we help organizations basically understand, ano ba yung productivity ng empleyado mo?
Okay.
And when I say productivity ng empleyado, bakit nagkakaroon minsan ng misalignment sa communication? Like, bakit si boss nakakainis? Bakit
At
si sir ganyan?
usong-uso yan, Miss Jem.
Oo. Tapos marami, sir, misinterpretations.
Yes. At uso rin yan, misinterpretation.
Na iba yung pinapakita ng boss, yung pala iba yung meaning niya, iba yung intention niya. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nagkaroon tayo ng ganong pananaw, no, in terms of how we behave towards another person, yung misalignment, nagkakos ng unproductive moments. And, kunyari, yung ayokong makipag-usap sa'yo kasi ang interpretation ko sa'yo, ano ka, hindi ka mabuting kausap, hindi ka mabuting tao. Marami akong, judgments or misjudgments towards how you behave.
And that's the perception of the guy, no? Yung mismo.
Ako yun.
Yun
pala, hindi naman pala ganun ang style mo. Yun pala, hindi ganun yung meaning mo. Yun pala, hindi ganun yung intention mo. So, that misalignment, kumbaga sa tool po namin, yung Life Orientations, may tinatawag kaming Intention, Behavior, Impact Analysis. So, yung Intention, Behavior, Impact Analysis, kino-compute po yan ng system namin. And ang maganda po doon, numerical yung behavior analysis. Hindi siya parang char-char lang.
Science, ha?
Oo, may science. Hindi siya char-char lang na sinabi, kasi ni Sir, sinabi ni Ma'am, sinabi ni Miss Jem. Hindi po. So, pag nagko-coach kami, naiintindihan nila in specific numbers, ay, kaya pala. Kasi ang intention ni Sir, kunyari, nasa action. Yun yung gusto ko. Ang gusto ko naman, planuhin muna natin. Hindi sila nagkakatugma. So, yung meaning ng hindi pagkakatugma, yung isa nagre-raise na ng voice, yung isa naman, sir, hindi ako i-make kasi ikaw ang boss bahala ka, ganyan. So, because of that misalignment, because of that misinterpretation of the behavior, what happens is the boss, and sabihin na natin yung empleyado, nagkakaroon ng unproductive moments. And yung unproductive moments, sir, yun yung cause ng delay ng deadline. Delay ng ayokong kausapin si sir. Delays ng results ng supposed to be service natin sa client. So, all of those things, because hindi mo lang naintindihan yung gusto ng isa, or one after another, we, in Life Orientations, yun po yung inaaral namin. And per empleyado yun, sir, ha?
Yun yung ino-offer nyo sa mga company. So, okay, kung ganyan pala ang services po ng grupo ninyo or company po ninyo, you have to study the business.
We do, sir. That's why multifaceted po, iba't ibang business channels ang pinapasok namin. Merong construction, merong foods, may bangko, iba't iba po, may finance, iba't iba, sir.
So how do you do it po, Miss Jem? Kumbaga, malalaman nyo lang naman yung mga miscommunications na yan pagka nakausap nyo na yung mga tao.
Two-prong. three-pronged. One
Okay.
is, syempre definitely, we have communication with the HR.
Okay.
So sila yung hihingi ng services namin.
Okay.
Pag humingi sa amin ng services, sasabihin, Miss Jem, kasi ito yung problema ng organization.
Okay.
So, definitely, sa thousands of our corporations na kakontsaba namin, quiet kami dyan. We cannot share kasi may mga competitors, no? Hindi namin pwedeng i-share yung problema ng isang kumpanya sa isang kumpanya. That's, naka-NDA kami dyan, sir.
May pipirmahang NDA.
May ano po kami, proposal. Very
Parang
deep yung,
prenup.
very deep yung proposal namin with them. And yun po, I think, yung reason, that's why kinukuha kami lagi because we are very secretive, we respect, the problems of the organizations. Hindi namin pwede i-share yan. So that's the first step. And then, what we do, kung nadoon na tayo, ina-analyze na namin, we do programs. Sa paggawa namin ng programs, mayroon po tayong pre-work.
Parang you design the package
we design. Iba't-iba yan.
Okay.
Iba't-iba yan. The design comes from, definitely, pag umupo na kami ng HR, ng Vice President, ng President. So, meaning to say, kapag nagkaroon na kami ng idea on how we are going to attack the concerns of the whole organization, nag-uusap kami. Ano bang importante? Per person, per group, man kung ba muna, yung mga steps. And then delivery na ng program.
Tapos pag kinausap nyo naman yung HR, Miss Jem, hindi mo naman you cannot expect the you'll know the problem agad 100% kasi hindi naman nila monitor talaga ang lahat ng tao.
Exactly.
So ibig sabihin, do you need to connect with the people
Yes,
na yung mismo. Pero matagal yun, Miss Jem, kung isang buong kumpanya pinag-uusapan natin.
Yes. We have one of the biggest fast food chains in the Philippines. It took us 10 years, sir. Kung hindi
Really?
pandemic. Oo, ngayon
Okay.
babalik kami sa kanila
Okay.
because tinatawag na ulit kami.
Oo.
One of the biggest construction companies, actually tatlo sila. Yun din, ganun din. So nag-uumpisa 2022 pa.
Wow.
Pandemic pa lang. Oo. May mga ganun, sir. Yung isa naman, napakalaking distributing company. Ganun din. At ano na ba ngayon, 2015 pa kami sa kanila, sir. So, hindi naman lahat yan, lahat we are going to blow in one case. Hindi. Talagang inaaral namin yung kailangan nila kasi kaya kami nagte-tailor fit ng programs namin for them.
Yun. Siguro siguro magandang tanong dito, Miss Jem, is ano usually talaga ang problema ng mga empleyado sa
Miscommunication.
management?
Miscommunication.
Kapag miscommunication, how do you brand that? Paano mo siya itatag? Paano mo siya, saan pumapasok? Kultura ba pumapasok dito? Culture?
Definitely, sir.
Oo.
Definitely. Tsaka stress management.
Oo. Kung hindi pinalaki to ng isang magulang na hindi nagsasabi ng yung tipong confrontational,
Yes, oo.
hindi sanay yung bata, yung hindi confrontational na yon, magiging problema ng kumpanya yon.
I would say it's not going to be really a very big problem.
Okay.
But I would say, magkaka-concern kasi problema niya, mali niya, kunyari, and then nakakita siya ng mali, ka-quiet yan, magka-class yan. And she or he will not tell, the problem to the boss.
Oo.
Kasi hindi siya sanay doon eh.
At isa pang sakit ng Pilipino, kapag hindi sinabi sa boss yung problema, sasabihin sa iba at hahanapan ng kakampi.
Marites. I
Oo.
always say that to the organization
Oo.
that one of the things that I clamor for is to collaborate. And I always say this. The main reason why I want people to collaborate is define muna natin. What is collaboration? So when I ask people, ano ba ang collaboration in your perspective? So, sa kanila communication, ganyan. The basic reason for us to collaborate is this. We don't have to be best friends. Yan kasi nami-miss out ng Pilipino na very clannish ba? So, we don't have to
kasi
be...
closeness. Pagka nakipag-close ang isang tao, akala niya best friend.
Exactly. At akala dapat, ang sa organization, dapat pamilya ang treatment.
Oo.
Hindi po. Kasi hindi naman natin tatay yung boss eh.
Oo, tama. Though may mga boss, Miss Jem, na ang sinasabi nila, tatay ako dito, pamilya tayo dito, ganun ang
Correct.
lagi sinasabi. So it's wrong?
I am not saying it's wrong. I would say let's refigure the concept and the word that's being used. No, when I say collaborate, we don't have to be best friends.
Okay.
When I say collaborate, what I mean is let's have the very basic meaning of respect.
Okay.
You may be black, you may be white,
Respect
you may be
means
tall.
boundaries?
Yes.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, respetuhin natin may mga gays, may mga lesbians, may mga different colors, may mga different ages na pagsasabihin, ay, matanda na yan, ayaw na natin kunin yan kasi senior na. Hindi. I mean, look at my driver's outside. He's 65, but I still, I want him to be rock and roll pa rin, no? Ang nami-misconstrue kasi sa meaning ng respect is close tayo, okay lang, I can do anything to you.
I can say anything.
I can say anything to you. Hindi. Being a family means let's respect each other.
Okay.
Kasi even though we're bloodline, let's respect each other. Kasi si ate, si nanay, si tatay, anak kita pwede kitang paluin? Of course not. No? Subok kita sa vowsy, di ba? Yung mga ganon. Aso ko yan pusa ko yan, pwede ko yung sipain? Of course not. Meron tayong law on pets, no? So, hindi...
Or pasweldo ko yan
Pasweldo ko yan Kaya kitang iganon.
Oo.
Hindi. Napaka-basic po yung respeto. If I may share, one of
Sige
the
po.
things that my mother told me when I got him, guess how old he is with me? 15 years.
Oh.
Yes. My mother said, may driver ka na, bago SUV mo, ganyan-ganyan. Siguraduhin mo na yung bibig mo, wag ka masyadong backseat driver. Sabi ko, opo. Tapos sabi niya, nakikita ko kasi how she treats the drivers, no? Ang una-una namin driver, si Mamay Indo. Like, greeted pala kami, Diyos ko, talagang tanda ko pa yung pangalan, no? Because nakikita ko paano magrespeto ang parents ko sa driver.
Okay.
And then, sabi ng mama ko, pag maganyan ka sa driver, lalo na sa mga mabababa sa iyo, kasi CEO ka na no? Tatalon lang yan.
Mawawala.
Ang sasakyan mo, aandar, babangga ka, tulog ka. Wala siyang pakialam.
Okay.
But if you treat people lower than you, higher than you, then the more you will be respected. So you see the difference kung halimbawa mataas ka, may position ka, so yabang-yabang ka, tas alta ka ng alta, then they will not respect you. They will follow you out of what? Out of fear, because I'm scared. I want to follow the boss kasi I'm scared baka ako matanggalan ng trabaho. But actually, if you have that kind of power to influence people lower than you, then it means the respect is there. And I saw that with my parents. I saw that with my mom. Ang dami-daming naglibing sa kanya when she died, in 2016. Oh my God, ang daming kotse, grabe, puno ang simbahan. And then there was one person who approached me. I was crying, syempre. Sabi niya, ako po ay trainee ng mami mo. My mom was a Red Cross, how do you call it? Controller. So she audits all the Red Cross around the Philippines. So ako po ay trainee ng mami mo. Way back, wag na nating tanong kung kailan. Sabi niya ganyan. Hindi mo po ako kilala pero sobra po ang impact sa akin ng mami mo. Taga Palawan ho ako. Nabasa ho namin sa dyaryo na namatay ang mami mo. Talaga hong pumunta kami. We were in San Pablo City. I was like, salamat po. She gave money to my sister. Sabi ko, sa ate ko na lang. Parang, oh wow, ganun ang impact ng mami. And my dad is the same. Okay. My dad died in 2021, height ng pandemic. Kahit po mahirap pumunta sa wake ng daddy, kasi 1 pew lang ang distance mo from the other. Ang kapatid po niya pumunta from here, from Manila. Tas maraming pumunta kahit na mahirap. Parang ganun po yung impact ng tatay ko. Then.
Okay. That's good. Dahil maraming kakilala parents ninyo.
Opo.
Sa setup naman ng trabaho, pagka isang boss, kasi pagka isang boss, hindi lang naman you're just parang you're not handling one person naman
Of course.
So, if you're going to deal with one personality, kung several ito, baka naman mahirapan yung boss, Miss Gemma. Hindi ba di ba mas maganda kung eto yung gusto kong mangyari, dapat malaman nyo, eto dapat nyong gawin nyo to?
I would say it's yes and no, or correct and incorrect in one way. Kasi I believe in the power of influence, no?
Okay.
The power of influence is you always need to hear what the people needs to say. Not necessarily follow them, but ibalanse natin. And balance means, pag pinakinggan po natin sila, ikaw as a leader should have that capability to decide on your own. Hindi pwedeng, kasi policy yan, kasi sinabi yan, eto yun. Kasi policies can be flawed. Alam po natin, even laws can be flawed. So, ibig sabihin, if ikaw, as the head of the organization or the head of the company, you go back to the very basic, and I always say, ano ang values mo? Kaya po, ako pag nagpapalakad, lagi kong tinitingnan, yung values ng nanay tatay ko. Kasi alam ko, hindi kami dinala sa mali. Hindi kami dinala sa masamang impluwensya. So, I always go back to my roots, and I think yun po yung bearing ko pag tinitingnan ko yung leaders ng organization, no? Ano kaya yung values niya?
The problem with leaders, nabasa ko lang naman to kay John Maxwell.
Yes.
The problem with leaders, masyado silang transparent eh. Kasi kung leader sila yung laging sinusunod, sila yung laging kinakausap, and the leader or the boss, the supervisor has to know everything. Ito nangyayari, ito nangyayari. So, ano dapat ang approach ng isang, sa Filipino settings muna tayo,
Yes.
Pagka kausap mo, lalong-lalo na ang mga working millennials.
Okay.
Ito
I
mga
love
working,
that question.
Ito mga working millennials, ito mga matatampuhin nito, Miss Gemma. Lalayasan ka nito
Correct.
pagka mga tampu-tampu na mga ilang beses.
Correct.
And we're not talking about 5.
Yes.
Minsan 2 lang yan.
Minsan 35.
Dalawang tampo lang yan, 3 tampo yan, lalayasan ka na niya.
Correct.
So, paano ba ang dapat na approach?
My approach with millennials is really a little bit different, no? Because I have a millennial staff, no? Nilatag ko lahat. This is where I'm coming from, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. This is where the company is, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Are you in or are you out? Ganun
When you
lang.
say nilatag, is that the plan? That's your plan po ba or the plan
The
of the
business
company?
plan. The business plan.
Okay.
Kasi sabi ko, I know you're good, I know you are fit, but if you don't like this, kasi productivity, sir, kasi dapat nakikita natin yan, na may measure naman namin yon. Meaning to say, kung ayaw talaga ng tao, huwag pilitin.
Okay.
Kasi, pag pinilit...
Pag sinabi niyo pong wag nating pilitin, alisin po natin?
Let go.
Let go.
Para lang love yan. Di ba?
Kasi tama yung sinabi mo, Miss Gemma. Bakit mo titiisin ang isang tao na alam mo naman na magiging problema sa mga darating na panahon?
Kasi sir, magiging unproductive yan. Yun yung source ng sinasabi mo na magmamarites na yan. Like for example, huy, alam mo si sir ganyan-ganyan. Huy, alam mo si ma'am ganyan-ganyan. Kasi it's a psychology. Kukuha siya ng kakampi. And that kakampi, ang kailangan niya is dapat you feel the same with me. Kung hindi. So, ang gagawin niya, kukuha siya ng mga tao na dapat ka-level niya or medyo bababa sa kanya para mamamanipulate
or may
niya.
sama na ng loob before.
Exactly. So, ipa-fire up nila yan. So, that kind of attitude is not encouraged, no, in an organization. So, I always latag everything. And I tell my clients to do the same. Kasi, pag hindi nyo inilatag, tapos lagi nyo ipapang na hindi, dapat ganito, dapat ganyan, dapat ganito, hindi nga fit siya doon. So, ibig sabihin, the fitness of an employee to an organization can be measured. Kasi pag hindi, that's what we do. Pag hindi aligned kayo as a group, meron niyang short-term lagi na parang ayaw mag-perform. Kasi ayaw mag-perform. Hindi lang millennials, sir. Sabi ko nga, millennials is just a term, no? Sabi ko nga, I'm Gen X. Nung panahon ko, ang tawag sa akin, bagets.
Tama.
Di ba? Bagets. Tapos pumasok yung mga 90s, no? Ito na yung mga Gen Y. It's just a term. Nung araw nga, ang tawag sa mga 1960s, 97, beatnik. Kasi matigas.
Ano po pala?
Beatnik.
Beatnik?
Oo, di ba? Pinag-aralan ko yan. So, ibig sabihin...
Ano ibig sabihin ng beatnik?
Ewan ko.
Ma'am.
I don't know.
Akala ko pinag-aralan nyo.
No, I don't know ibig sabihin ng beatnik, but that's how they call themselves.
Kasi nga millennials, wala naman talaga ibig sabihin. Dahil branding lang ito.
Because of the change of the millennium. Meaning to say, these are just terms because they are new prospect, new age, new era coming in, no? So ngayon, ayan, mga Gen Z na yan. So ano susunod na alpha na? Babalik na tayo sa A.
A na tayo.
So, but actually, it's just because nagkakaroon ng change of behavior ang tao because of, alam na natin yan, age, no? Yung hormones na babago. So anong tawag sa mga sa mga genders? Kasi na iba yung genders. Iba na yung gender.
Thundercats, pwede
diba?
rin.
Thundercats, yung mga ganon. So binabrandan lang nila yan. But actually, yung mga Gen X, Gen Y, matigas din ang ulo nung dati.
Tama.
Hindi yan it's just because of nabago lang yung yung age nila. But I keep on telling people.
Okay, so Miss Gemma, wala tayong oras, pero
Sure.
gusto kong ito yung maging last question ko
Sure.
para sa iyo, Miss Gem. Ano ang mangyayari kung sakasakaling hindi nila i-avail o kukunin o ipag-iisipan yung ganyang service po ng inyong company?
I would say there will always be a miscommunication. Kasi sa akin ang miscommunication napakalaking bearing from the top to bottom or bottom to top in terms of running the business. So from sales, no, manufacturing, sa bank, no, laging may miscommunication. Kasi sa akin, pinaka-fluid dapat yung how we are going to connect ourselves to others. So how are you going to expect more sales kung ikaw mismo hindi mo kilala kung sino ka? That's why I keep on saying, who are you? No? So when I ask questions, how are you, is actually asking, who are you?
Who are you?
Oo.
Yeah.
So, pinapalalim pa namin yon. Pag merong miscommunication, malaki attrition rate. Sa totoo lang. Kasi hahanap at hahanap yung mga tao, saan ba ako fit? Saan ba ako welcome? Saan ba ako pwedeng, that I can really be at home? Although sinasabi ko, dapat hindi home, pero treat me as a family. Hindi be a family. Treat me like, with respect. Yun yung tinatawag kong, let's collaborate. We can be different, but wag mo akong babastusin. I always tell my people, don't cross my line. Because napakabait ko tao.
And you have to be very clear about that.
Exactly. I'm very lucid pagdating doon. Kasi I can talk to presidents of organizations, whatever color you have, and kabababaan, pahinante, magtutulak ng dyaryo, tama ba yun? Or kariton, hindi pala tinutulak ng dyaryo, sorry. Tulak ng kariton.
Po yung
Sorry.
tinutulak.
Oo. Yung magbote dyaryo,
Bote dyaryo.
kaya kong kumausap. Hindi ako alta. Mukha akong alta, lagi sinasabi lang, social yan si Miss Gem. Hindi. Because I know how to communicate. And it's not just because I took LIFO, but because I have very good values from my parents.
Yun. Okay.
Yun.
Miss Gemma Zabala,
Yes,
isang master practitioner. Maraming salamat sa
Thank
oras na
you,
binigay
sir.
niyo po
It's
sa
an
Life
honor
Lessons.
to be here.
Thank you very
Salamat po.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.